Hey there, stationery squad and inky enthusiasts. Guess what day it is? New pens day. Yay! We've got a Christmas gift from my husband and a Christmas gift to myself to unbox today. So let's get into it. Okay. So you'll remember a little bit ago, I showed you my priority pen purchases for 2025, and I need to do a little updating on this one. Like redone my whole studio setup so I can find anything, including my 3776 that I. Okay. So you remember at the beginning of the year, or I've shared this before, at the beginning of the year, I made a list of 9 or so pens that were priority purchases, and I've had pens that have caught my eye along the way. So this one, I just wanted to catch up and do this will be our final pens of 2025. I'm staying off of those end of year clearance sales and everything else. So we got the Magna Carta. Purchased that and I, even though I crossed off the SG Sea Glass, I did end up also purchasing that. That's CPC. What day was it? We're gonna call that the night. Now the last one, I had Noe Studio, Clarissa on Instagram, had a beautiful red pen named Dragonheart that's been sold out for over a year. So I thought that one was going to be unobtainium. Well, that one is unobtainium. But Clarissa released a new one, and that's what's in this box. So that counts. This was a pre-order situation, and I ordered this on around National Fountain Pen Day, I think. So it's been almost 2 months. Oh, there's a nice little note here from Clarissa. And then we've got the pen. This one is called the Serenity. Oh, yay! You know how your girl loves stickers. The cool thing is, Clarissa is also in Colorado. I've had the opportunity to meet her a couple of times. She is a warm and beautiful human, just like you would see on her Instagram account. It's nothing too personal in this, so I hope this just says, I hope it brings serenity into your life. And she wrote it on the 26th, which was yesterday. And it's here today, which I'm really impressed because there have been times where I've sent other things to people, even in Denver, and yeah, has not taken that long. All right. So it's packaged like any other. And I ordered this in a stub. That's because that's the only Leonardo I don't have. We've got our art and mechanics booklet that comes with all the Leonardos. And then here is the pen. Oh my goodness. Look at how beautiful. So this resin was done by Papa J Studios. Yeah, not Woodworks anymore because he's all about that resin. And it's just got it's beautiful. I don't know if the camera's going to pick it up because it's kind of late in the day. But it just sparkle. It's like it's got gold flake and white resin. And then there's just like a touch. I must be seeing things, but sometimes I think I see pink in there, but I think it's just a reflection of my computer. But kind of a deep greeny teal color in there, which is a Momento Zero, but not the Grande. And I got it in the steel nib because I just love Leonardo steel nibs. For me, there was not really a need to get the gold or an ability to get the gold. So let's look at this cap, this beautiful detailing. And then I doubt you're going to be able to pick this up, but right here is the Serenity stamp that matches this here on the cap. And then it says Leonardo, Italy, and I think it says Italy. And then I think 67 is the model number. I am excited. We'll do some ink matching probably in the morning. We've got a little bit more light. So that is pen number 1. So also on the pens that caught my eye and has been on the list, and I watched it because it's been, I should actually write these down. Okay, from pens that caught my eye. I did not buy any Sailors this year. Yay me. I put Blue Mom. That's supposed to be Blue Moon. I didn't buy any of these, but I did buy the Esterbrookes over there. And I did also buy that Leonardo. And I bought the Snowy Studio. And I bought the Benu Edelweiss. And I bought the Serpentine Bronze. I did not buy either of those maker pens. Yay. I didn't buy an Opus 88, but I did buy an Opus Coloro. And I got this one for Christmas. I actually have a Franklin Christoph coming, but it's not the antique glass. I fell in love with another one, which I should have added to this list. But because I wasn't in this notebook anymore, I didn't see it. So that is one thing I want to try and figure out is how to, I think this was really helpful to keep me prioritized. I don't know what, I just have like 2 or 3 pens that I would like to start the year on priority pen purchases, and they're really big ones, like big. So it'll require a lot of saving. But I do think I want to figure out how to like do a tip in it or something so that this page can stay with me in each ink journal I have. So I don't think I have one that'll be big enough for the whole year. All right, so let's take a look at the Montegrappa Tarvisium Paris in Bloom. Ta-da! If you're not familiar with Montegrappa, they are an Italian brand, and they are also, so it's an Italian day because Leonardo is also Italian. Montegrappa is known for really some custom high-end beautiful pens and some crazy-ish designs. If editing Kristen is in a good mood, she is gonna put up some of the crazy designs that Montegrappa does because they're intense. But this is not one of those. This is a pretty normal one. This is high-end luxury. We have a box within a box within a box. And of course, I open up the box upside down. So as I said, my husband gave this one to me for Christmas. I'm proud of him. Atlas had a great deal on their Black Friday doorbusters, and so I think he got this pen for half off. Sure. So here we have the Montegrappa. This is Paris in Bloom. Look at this beautiful pink resin, pink and orange and some gray. And I think there's some interesting pictures on the web. I thought that it was going to be much more pink, and I have a lot of gray and orange in this one. Do I wish there was more pink? Yes, but it's still a Montegrappa, and I just love my other Montegrappa, so I hope that I like this one just as much. There is the Montegrappa nib, lots of flourishes and engravings. And this one is in a medium, and it is filled with a cartridge converter. So yeah, I am excited for that one. Now here's its sister or cousin. I think this is the Carson. To look at, don't they look beautiful together? Like, I thought it's kind of like day and night combo or sunset. This really one, the Paris in Bloom. I'm not been to Paris when it's in bloom. Really ever, except for when I was 2. So I don't really know what it was like. I think it just reminds me of a sunset. And this one is definitely nighttime. So it's a great pen to add to the collection. So we'll go ahead and do some ink matching pairs for this one too. All right, we are gonna find a color match for our new Serenity. So I pulled out some golden browns, a couple of yellow, golden brown yellows, and several olivey green on the lighter side, and then just a couple of darker greens to see what tones they bring out. So yeah, we'll see which ones are good matches and potential to go in the pen for the first round. So I'm going to start off with one that I just received from bookish artist Mandy. Dominant Industry Harvest Moon, light golden brown. That's probably the lightest of the inks that I've pulled for this one. Speaking of new things, have I mentioned that I got the copper Kekimori nib? And look at how fire it looks with the ink thrower nib holder from Panatic, and I can't remember, Zodiac or Carolina Pen Company resin. I feel like I might be imagining it, but so far it feels like it's had a finer line. I've been able to get a finer line than I can with my brass, but again, that could just be my imagination. Where have my blotter papers gone? It might need a little toothbrush conditioning. Next up is Warringal Peter Pan. Lovely soft green. I remember it having some pink undertones, but it sure does, doesn't it? Looks like it is. At least I'm using Yamamoto bank paper. It's not my favorite. In fact, I don't really like it at all, but I'm going to use up this pad. And maybe I'll just grow to like it. Next is Troublemaker Kelp Tea. The Warringal Peter Pan, but a little bit more brown tones in it. I'm remembering this one is really dry. Another one from the brown family is Diamond Nutmeg. They're richer, but it does definitely have a little bit of a greeny lean to it, maybe. Must have given a lot of samples out because I didn't mark this as used. I'm getting to the bottom of this one. Interesting. Oh well. Okay. Next up, we've got a special one from Mandy. A little bit of a yellow. This is our yellow gold contender. And this one is Iroshizuku Inaho. Yes, that beloved Inaho I didn't think I needed to chase after like everybody else. But oh gosh, it's so... And we're headed into the darker greens now. This is Ferris Wheel Press Brilliant Beanstalk. Pretty brilliant indeed. This next one is Anna's Van Diemen's Anna's Hummingbird Wing. Need to get, I think I just need to bottle this. I got this sample from Dr. Stephanie at Dr. Stephanie Creates. Hello, good people. She is good people. And this color had me in a chokehold at the beginning of the year. And my sample is very low. And the last one we have is Robert Oster, Oklahoma City. So bringing in the true, just one straight green. I'm gonna pause and let those dry, and then we'll come back and look at them all and reveal the color. Okay, so I just learned something. I thought it was a piston filler. I don't know why I thought that. Maybe because the section didn't come undone easily, and I screwed all this all the way off, and it's like, what, why? Piston fillers don't do that. What's wrong with my pen? No, nothing's wrong with the pen. What's wrong is the user who doesn't know where to unsection a pen. At any rate, so we've got a pretty standard converter here to ink up our pen. All right, almost everybody is dry except for the last two on the bottom that I just tried to clean up and made a little mess, but let's take a look at this. All right, so all really good matches. Okay, Harvest Moon, Peter Pan, Kelp Tea. I feel like Kelp Tea, with the way the shades really matches kind of the look of the pen. Diamond Nutmeg really pops the gold. Inaho also popping the gold. I think Brilliant Beanstalk is pretty spot on. And then we have the Van Diemen's and the Robert Oster for some darker options. Make sure it's dry. Yay! Look at that. All right. So what color would you put in this one? I got a special pen, needs a special ink. So I'm going to write it out and see if you can guess it. Did you guess Inaho based on my tips? Yes, that is the winner for this round. Okay, so now we are going to try and find some colors to match up with the new Montegrappa Paris in Bloom. So I pulled out some bright pinks and a couple oranges and a couple of grays. So we'll see what we do. The first one is actually was part of my Christmas gift, and it is Van Diemen's Maryland. And this is one of those, like, look at that shimmer. I mean, this has more shimmer than like half of my nail polishes, and I love shimmery nail polish too. It's probably out of style, and do I care? Not a damn bit. Gosh, that's pretty. It's like this pink silver shimmer. It's absolutely gorgeous in person. I know the camera can't pick that up, but maybe it'll pick a little something up. Next one. So go with the orange here. And we have Pannonia's Napnuga Sunset. I used this one back in July, I think. Bright, beautiful, bright yellow orange. And we'll do gray or silver. This one is Diamond Moon Dust. Too bad nobody has figured out how to do like a multi-pen with a fountain pen nib where I could have all three colors together and just switch through. Wouldn't that be fun? The next one came in the Enigma ink vent box, and it is Bungu Box Thumbelina. Then we're going to bring in the orange for this set, and this is going to be my favorite orange, Robert Oster and the Pen Addict, Fire on Fire on Fire. I don't know that Well, now I have the Sugar Velvet from Robert Oster and Alice, and it's also from their Shimmer-tastic line, but until I got the Nobody Matched for Shimmer, and this is still up there. Although that Marilyn might give this a run for its money. But this is orange ink with orange and red shimmer. It's just fantastic. I think it might be a little too orange for this pen, but we need to try it. It is fire on fire on fire. I'm just being lazy. So if you wanted to find it, you would need to type out the whole thing. You could just type fire cubed, although that would be cool. This is Pilot Iroshizuku Fuyu Shogun. It's probably a little too cool of a gray for this pen, but it is a really pretty ink. I don't have a lot of grays to choose from, so you're going to see most of my grays here, or gray-ish. Okay, third pink. We are bringing in one of my favorites of 2025, Saskatoon Berry Pie Frame Ink Institute and Gourmet Pens. Man, I love that color. This orange, also too orange. I should have stuck with my yellow oranges. This is Pelican Appetite, Apricot, a shot. They're 2025 ink. I think we can squeeze one more gray in here. Apologies for the dramatic lighting shift. I obviously lost the sun. You could only hear just what went on as I barked back at my dog. Okay, last gray is Earl Grey. I'm obviously not going to be able to write the name down, but at least squeeze the swatch in here so we have an even set of each color. All right, here is our full color for our Montegrappa. So I'm trying to hold the pinky part. So there's Van Diemen's Maryland is a really good match. Napnuga Sunset is a great match for the orange parts. Moondust, like these top three. And then Thumbelina is a good pink. I think the Fire on Fire is a little too orange. Fuyu Sochun is a good for the gray. Saskatoon Berry is just slightly too cool, but would work. Apricot is a little too orange, and then too cool of a gray for Earl Grey. Yes, I did stick my pen right in wet ink, because that's just me and how I roll. And what I ended up with was Bungo Box Thumbelina. All right. Thank you so much for watching through this video. I know 2 pens with all the inks is a lot, so really appreciate you hanging out for as long as you did, or if you skipped through just to look at the inks and the pens, I don't blame you, because sometimes I just do that too. Until next time, keep ink on your fingers or all over your hands, like I'm playing shimmer, and keep being awesome. Bye for now.